Well, Davos sees the involvement of several Indian industrial leaders. The goal over here is not just to seek investment, but also to get an idea of where the global economy is going. A lot of the ideas which are discussed over here actually do ultimately translate into something substantial on the ground. One of India's biggest industrial groups is the Kalyani group. Besides their work in forging, they are now very actively involved in the defense sector, and Amit Kalyani joins us now for more on this. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So, the fact that you are now contributing in such a major way to the Indian Army when it comes to artillery gun systems, how is that a huge step forward for your company, which is, sort of defined forging in India?
So, it fits right into our core competence of manufacturing metallurgical products. Artillery gun is made up of a large number of high-end steel forged and machine products. It's something that we know how to do, we do well. And what we've done is basically an application engineering of our core technology and knowledge into a product that the country needs. And it's also for the first time that there's been an industry government partnership with DRDO in developing this. DRDO was the design partner, we're the manufacturing partner along with the Tatas. And the product has gone through complete testing, including the final testing with the customer.
In Pokhran, which you excelled in.
Which we passed with flying colors, thank you very much. And hopefully this now paves the way for the entry of a made in India world-class, world-beating product in the Indian Army, and then allows us to also export these products outside.
Let's talk about the gun itself. It outranges any other gun in the world of its class. It's got an all-electric drive. There were concerns about its weight, but you're working towards that. But the firepower that it affords, actually I can write a thesis on this gun. But anyway,
I'm so glad you studied it.
But tell me, what does this qualitatively mean for the Indian Army?
So let me just address the weight issue. The weight issue is a concern when you have two wheels. On four wheels, the weight is distributed across two axles, so it's far lighter. It's less weight per axle. It's more maneuverable. It has more fail-safes. You get something happens with one axle, it can still drive. It can move on its own without a prime mover up to 25 to 30 kilometers an hour for up to 50 kilometers. So it gives you a lot of advantages. So that's one of the reasons why it was designed this way. And the all-electric drive also allows you to run, fire the gun without starting the engine, so you don't have a heat signature. So there are many advantages.
5 rounds a minute, right?
6 rounds a minute. And you can fire in zone 7, which is no other gun in the world has been designed to fire in zone 7. But I think besides that, it will give the Indian forces the confidence that they have a product which is made in India, made for them, and can be modified for their needs.
And tested.
Massively. But please also understand that we're at the beginning of the exploitation cycle of this product. That means for the next 10 to 15 years, we can keep upgrading this product. Now it's a 155-52. It can become a 155-55, 155-58, which will enhance its range even further.
Let's talk about shells though. How dependent are you as a gun manufacturer on world-class quality shells being manufactured in India? The gun itself is not enough.
We are not the user. The shell is actually the issue of the user because they are going to fire it. But of course, our product is only as good as what you put through it. Okay, so obviously, and I think everybody in the system is well recognizing this fact, and it's not rocket science. I'm sure we can easily do this.
And it's a question of quality.
It's a question of quality, it's a question of systems and processes, and this will happen.
But what really interests me about your group and your foray into defense is that this exemplifies Atmanirbharta in defense. It's not just import substitution. It's not just political rhetoric. It's actual Indians working on an Indian gun system using technology which you have literally forged for decades.
And making something that's the best in the world. And we have to give compliments to DRDO and to all the people involved in this program because they really thought out of the box, didn't take something and modify it and make it for the Indian market, but really ab initio, and we've worked with them closely from the beginning of the program. And it's a matter of great pride that we've now reached here. It's been a trial by fire, but I think we've reached the, let's say the light at the end of the tunnel is visible. And I hope that this will really boost the morale of the system to say that we now have at least something we can rely on which is made in India and will help us going forward.
Let's also talk about high mobility vehicles. What you're developing for use for the Indian Army, which has also been tested in the Ladakh region.
Yes.
Four-wheel drive vehicles which are heavily armored,
Yes.
can carry up to 10 soldiers,
10
I believe,
soldiers.
right?
And they are Stanag level 3, including under hull and side blast of 50 kilograms.
Yeah.
And a side blast of 50 kilogram is pretty substantial.
Yeah.
And I think the whole doctrine in terms of transporting troops has changed.
Yeah.
From transporting 40-50 troops at a
Right,
time to,
right.
a much smaller number
Yeah.
because it reduces risk. And I think that's how it's practiced worldwide, and we're
Yeah.
moving towards that.
Right.
I think the fact is that you're seeing a dramatic change in the way assets are used. Yeah, so I think that's another product which we are already producing and supplying. We've already shipped, I think.
You've received orders, right?
We've received orders, we've shipped also.
How many orders have you received so far?
I think 36 plus 18, 54.
Right, so it's an initial
Yeah.
order which has been
Yeah,
placed.
yeah.
And the system itself can be upgraded. I mean, it can be weaponized in a very big way.
Oh yeah, it has a turret which you can put on it, which can carry an LMG, which can have, multiple different
Right,
things.
right.
And you can operate it by sitting inside
Right.
with a remote control weapon
Right,
station.
right. Okay, last couple of questions. What are some of the other key defense technologies that you're going to be looking at, or are you going to just keep on working with some of the key technologies which you've already developed?
So look, I don't think we are going to try to do everything for everyone. Our focus is in, things which are where our core competence is used. So, in things which are land system based, artillery based. We have multiple new artillery platforms. We have a small light artillery platform also, which is a 105 mounted on a truck, which is our own ultra light product, which is one which we have got. Then we've got a MGS, which is a mounted gun system, 155, 45 and 155, 52, mounted on our own vehicle, which is a 6x6.
Right.
Again, a good product. So we have these products, and then some others that we are working on.
Right. Excellent. Well, it's been wonderful speaking to you, and it's great to hear from a defense manufacturer, an Indian defense manufacturer talking about state of the art. That really helps a great deal in terms of where we are going with our defense, and I hope things work out over here for you in your talks in
Thank you
Davos.
very much.
Thank you very much.